Well, it is one of the most talked about Broadway shows of the modern era that's won a whopping 6 Tony Awards. Dear Evan Hansen is an inspiring story of a socially anxious high schooler whose little white lies see him suddenly thrust into the spotlight.
The musical became such a hit, it was even turned into a feature film, and now for the very first time, the production has arrived on the Australian stage. It's
very exciting. It's time to meet some of the cast. Bo Woodbridge and Natalie O'Donnell. Welcome to the morning show.
Hi, guys.
Good morning. Thanks for having us.
Bo, you play the lead character. Tell us about the show.
Yeah, it's such an amazing show, and we kind of follow Evan, who I'm playing, this kind of 17-year-old, really socially anxious teenager, and he gets kind of thrust into this tragedy that kind of occurs and this kind of dealing with how he's going to get through it and the positive things it brings out, and then also I think the ultimate kind of release that kind of happens with it all involving the Murphys, which is Cynthia's character here.
Yeah. Now, Evan's name, of course, in the title, but Cynthia plays a very important role here as well.
Yes, I play Cynthia Murphy. I sit in the parent side of the cast, the older side of the cast, and Cynthia is the mum of Connor and Zoe, who's connected with Evan. So we meet them in the middle of loss, but ultimately in a story of hope and light.
Bo, you've been on stage since you were just a little kid, but this comes with a lot of expectation. Is this your first big role here at home?
Yeah.
Tell us about the moment you got the call.
Yeah, it's my first big role here in Australia, and it's been so exciting. And I was living in the UK when I got the call for the role, and I was just so excited. And I just found that it was 3 a.m. and I was like, oh, what am I going to do? I called my parents and I didn't sleep for the rest of the night, and we were in tears, and it was so exciting. Still is every day.
Yeah,
every time I get called at 3 in the morning, it's just a scam. So
yeah,
really good.
I know. It's a good turn of events, that one.
Now, first time the show's been in Australia, the songs have been written by some really heavy hitters here from huge movies,
Yeah,
right?
so the songs have been written by Benj Pasek and Justin Paul, who wrote the music for La La Land and The Greatest Showman, and they are incredible at writing a hit, but they're also incredible at writing songs that are just so poignant and kind of capture the emotion of the show, and the arrangements of this particular show as well are just so beautiful. So there's definitely, Kylie, I know that you love the soundtrack to it, and so you know what those songs are like. They're the types of songs that you want to just get out of the show and get the soundtrack and listen to it.
Bo, you mentioned your family. You've come from a family who's used to performing in front of big crowds, but usually with a tennis racket with your dad, Todd. But how did you end up with a microphone instead of a tennis racket?
Well, look, I've been lucky to be able to travel because of what Dad has done, and, we loved going to theatre, whether it's in Australia, lucky enough to see stuff on the West End, and we always went. My family loved going to the theatre together, and I think just from a young age, I kind of really hooked onto it, and I was I want to sing.
Did they ignite the spark, did it?
Yeah, I think so. Watching theatre, I remember seeing Billy Elliot for the first time, and I remember that was a big show for me, going, oh, I can't wait to one day do that. And then I did,
And what's Dad up to? I haven't heard about him for a long time. Did he do anything?
Oh, little bits and pieces,
We should give him all the best. He's doing all right. Now, the show deals with some heavy but really important themes as well. It adds another layer of importance to the show, right?
Yeah, that's right. What I love about this show is that I feel like it's a really authentic and honest examination of teenagers and their experience in the world, and then also parents and that relationship between parents and their young people, and just navigating this world of social media and technology that we live in, where we have so many connections, but we also experience times of loneliness. So what is it to feel seen? What is it to feel connected? And it's a real privilege. As an actor, you want those types of stories that have a real social meaning to them, and I feel like this is very much one of those.
Perhaps a beautiful show to grab your teenager and then go together.
Absolutely.
Congratulations to both of you.
Thank you
so much.
To see you. Dear Evan Hansen is now showing in Sydney with other states to follow. We're going to put all the details over on themorningshow.com.au. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Well done, guys.